I wanted to spend that year off to try to become a pro League of Legends player because that's what I was really passionate about. I had already been high challenger for a long time. I had some experience, a little bit of team experience playing with a Danish team called Tricked. And yeah, then I just decided to take that year off. I made a deal with my mom, which was I take that year off. I can do whatever I wanted that year, whatever I think it takes for me to go pro and try to achieve my dream. And if I don't succeed, it's fine. I spent a year dedicated to try to achieve something that I was really passionate about, that I really wanted to do. And even if it didn't go the way that I wanted it to, after that year I could just continue my studies, go to the university, and it would have been worth the risk. But yeah, I took that year off, and in November I joined Fnatic Academy. Well, first off, in September I think I joined the UK team, played 2 months in the UK league. After that, I joined Fnatic Academy. I played in Fnatic Academy for 2 months, joined Fnatic, and then most of you probably know the rest of the story. Now I've been a pro player for almost 4 years. I did consider at some point when I was in high school to drop out as well, though. I actually did consider it. Not for real, but there were times where I had the thought in my head, like, should I actually do this if I don't drop out, if I don't... Because there was a time where I actually had a really good offer on the table to go pro, which was really tempting. And I did consider a little bit whether I should go for it or not, but I thought to myself that dropping out of high school would be a big risk, because I wouldn't really have anything to fall back on after being a pro player, and I would have to start over. And I thought to myself that if I, at that time, while spending most of my time in school, spending most of my time focusing on my classes, if I could be on a level high enough for teams to consider me worthy of already being a pro player, then I should surely be good enough to be a pro player after school as well, when I could actually invest myself fully into it. Then everything went pretty smooth from there. Obviously, I'm a bit of an exception in the sense that I was pretty lucky that I did get that opportunity and that things went extremely well for me. It's really rare that someone jumps straight from a national league and right onto a top LCS team and then just stays in there. Usually, you have to, usually most players, they play for an academy. They play for like a national league team for a year or two. Then they might, if they're lucky, get a chance on an academy team or like a higher ranked national league team. Then they might get a chance of a bottom LEC LCS team, and then maybe they're gonna join a top team at some point. But I just skipped through most of those steps and went right onto the right onto the main Fnatic team relatively quickly. So I was pretty lucky as well, for sure. Pro player seems to be a very stressful job. I don't know how players can be so collected. Respect. It is definitely a stressful job at times. You don't really have too much free time on your hands when you're a pro player. If you want to be at the top, you need to invest pretty much your entire life into it. You need to... The worst part for me is all the sacrifices. Like the fact that I'm sitting here right now in United States, really far away from all my close ones at home, from my girlfriend at home, already speaks volumes, right? But you have to sacrifice a lot in order to be a pro player. Whenever we achieve something, like let's say if we have success, if we do well at Worlds, if we win a split, or sometimes if like a really cool or really awesome moment appears, like a proud moment, then that's when it really feels worth it, right? That is when it feels worth it for sure. How long do you practice in a day usually? It varies a bit from day to day. Some days, because it's not all practice, right? It can be like meetings, like different types of meetings, whether it's strategy meetings or something else. It can be playing the game, it can be talking about it, discussing the game. There's a lot of things that go into it, but I think usually it's some days it's 8 hours, but I think often it's more like 10, 12 plus hours. But then again, it's hard to give an exact number. But I think it's fair to say that I invest almost everything into League, almost everything into becoming the best player I can possibly be. My boyfriend and I have been listening to your Spotify playlist that you shared on stream a while back. Some high quality throwbacks and bangers in there. Thank you. Ooh, really happy to hear that you've been enjoying the Spotify playlists. I did create those Spotify playlists a while back with hopes of some viewers potentially getting to enjoy the music and getting a bit more of a taste of the type of music I'd like to hear. Check those playlists out if you haven't listened to them. They're right down under the stream. Hopefully we can have a good team here. Our team is... Did I say have a good team? I wanted to say have a good game. Our team is really stacked. 200 Thieves Academy players and the C9 bot lane. Oh, I remember this Draven. Yesterday I played a couple of duo queues with Core. We ended up against this Draven, and I can tell you that this Draven has more than 2.5 million mastery points. Yeah, that's right. More than 2.5 million points on Draven. Gonna move to the bot crop here. Seems pretty likely that Graves is gonna go top crop. Just check if enemy wraps us up first. They're down. Oh, he killed our top laner. Not good. This jungle matchup is extremely volatile, so Graves already getting a lead on me is actually really huge. Checking top crop. Jace is not moving very quickly here. If so, he can land a bubble or something, we can kill it, but... She got a free flash. Hit it. Oh. Not even close. Okay, that's perfect. Back in the game. I can't really help Zoe get to mid lane. Actually, she does have TP, but look at this mid wave. Akali is gonna be a little ahead here. All that just for the crap. I know, right? I'm gonna have down towards bot lane. We almost got that bot tower already. Sven and Vulcan are pushing really hard. Ooh, I think that's a kill for Draven. Hopefully not. Oh, maybe not. Killed Draven. Nice. It's so huge. There's a chance they get Herald here. Not the end of the world if they do. Need to try to match Graves now. Oh. Never mind, our bot tower, our top tower is gone. I was about to say I need to try to match Graves so they don't get a big Herald play with 5 plates and our top laner just instantly dies and they get top turret. I'll just get Drake. Keep stacking Drakes. Always nice win conditions off. Draven has no flash. Should be a pretty free kill here. Yeah. That was an actual donation. Okay, I need to base soon. No, I don't think right now is the right timing for it. I'll just stay on the map a little bit longer, it's fine. This game is pretty slow. It's rare that solo queue games are so slow and controlled, but here we go. I guess that's what happens when there's so many pro players in one game. Do you trust enemy team with ghosting or what? Oh, you mean because I have no delay today? I definitely don't trust anyone on this server to not ghost me, but I just forgot to put on a delay, that's all. Simply forgot to re-add the delay. Goodbye, Daisy. Did not last very long. Poor Daisy. Being abused by Ivan. That was not the greatest use of Daisy. That should be it. Nope. Close enough. Gonna put a ward here. Just need to make sure Graves doesn't come in to steal it. Needs to be a bit careful. Looks like we're gonna have to fight for this Drake. Graves is on the other side of the map almost. Well, not on the other side of the map, but he's on the other side of mid lane, so free Drake. So far, so good. Very slow, very controlled. 3 Drakes so far. 4 turrets to 1. Is this an actual competitive game or is it solo queue? I'm not even sure. Slowly and surely pushing the lead. I'm sacrificing a bit for the team, a little bit behind Graves. I have been a bit of a team player in this one, but that's okay. Definitely is paying off. Seems like they've kind of given up. Maybe not. Maybe they are still playing after all. Can we actually just end the game here? It might be possible. Well, I guess C9, 100 Thieves and Team Liquid united in one. It means we're getting a pretty clean victory. That was a sick game.